Please, if you refer to your program booklet, the biographies of our judges are in there. Also, we owe a big debt of gratitude to the piano people in Champaign, who after all of our other resources dried up to get pianos to use for the contest, they were the ones that tuned the first contest piano. And I'll tell you, when we did it at the Railroad Museum in Monticello, we borrowed pianos from the community because we didn't have any. And the guarantee was we would return your piano to you tuned after the show was over. So some folks took advantage of us and gave us a piano that was in their front room, and we thought, oh boy, what an easy, this was 2 steps down to the curb, we loaded it in the truck and off we went. When we came back, they said, oh no, it's going to the new house and into the basement. So after we took the railings off and stood the piano on end, we got it down a step at a time on its end and only knocked a little paint off the wall. But those folks were from Cisco, Illinois, which is the next town south and west of Decatur, of Monticello towards Decatur, and Steve Schmidt, and at that time it was called parlor piano because he worked exclusively on the old pianos like the contest piano was last year, the ornate ones with the fancy legs and so on. But when he heard we couldn't get our piano fixed this year and that we might be in fact closing up shop, he graciously sent us over 4 great pianos to use. I know Steve's not here, but we can still say, thank you, Steve. Thank you, Steve. Steve Schmidt. Does he work on your piano, Paul? He does. Paul has a piano. Where is that Dirty Rotten Pig, or what's that place you play?
Blind Pig.
Blind Pig. Oh, I've been there. In Champaign, and he tunes and fixes up. It's in the strip down right near the Virginia Theater where Roger Ebert held his movie festival for all those years. And I got to see my friend Marty Salmon, 2-time junior world champion, who's now been the keyboard player for Buddy Guy for 11 years, play at the Virginia Theater, and I've seen the show from the front. So when I got my VIP pass, I said, I want to watch this from behind the curtain, which is the most fun place to watch a show being performed, because you see how they do it all. And I had a lot to learn about fielding this show and putting it on every year. So it's always fun to see how other people do it. The light is on, you know what that means. It means Mikey Rags. Little Michael J. Winstanley from Philadelphia is here. Michael, powerful rag you played last night.
Oh, thank you, sir.
It was if you were here for the new rag contest, he played a really good tune. And I only beat him by 40 points. Tell us, folks, a little bit about yourself. You're in college, you're playing for groups and churches?
Yeah. Well, I'm from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, and I actually graduated last year. And I have a bachelor's degree in music composition, and I have my master's degree in music education. So I had a 5-year program at UArts, and the 5th year was for the education.
5-year program is better than the 12-step plan, isn't it?
What was the...
So tell the folks where you play and what you do.
Oh, for my regular job, I play weekends at Mass at church in my hometown of Croydon, which is about 20 miles north of Philadelphia. I always say I'm from Philadelphia because nobody knows where Croydon is. And small town, right outside on the outskirts of the town. Play at Mass, and then I have pupils that I teach during the week. They come to my house. And then I have a prospective teaching job coming up in September at a Catholic school near where I live. So
seems like everything's near where you live.
Yeah.
That's very good for you.
It is.
What are you going to play first for us?
First, I'm going to play Deed I Do from 1926 by Fred Rose.
Deed I Do. You do any gigs? I don't mean the church work or the school work, but do you play with a band, or do you get together and jam with the people in the garage? Or
now and then it's rock music, so forgive me. I have a couple of friends that play. Bless me, I forgive myself. Now, anyway, well, with the church gigs, I do get a lot of weddings. Like I'll play the wedding mass, and then afterwards they'll get me to play the reception, which is free game. I play ragtime at the wedding reception, and nobody knows. So more exposure for the music, you know.
I think that my favorite church music ever was on The Simpsons when Bart swapped out Inagata Devita for the church organist to play, if you remember that show. Anyway, what are you going to play next for us?
Next, I'm going to play That Eccentric Rag by J. Russell Robinson from 1912.
What was it?
That Eccentric Rag.
Michael Winstanley. Thank you, Michael. Grab your coat. You got your hat?